Hi, it's the Carter Man. Today is Tuesday, March 21st, and I got several items for you today. They're different, but and to some they may seem disparate, but actually, by the time we're done, I'll tie them all together. Okay, I'm gonna have to move pretty quickly because I want to cover them all because I think they're important. I think they're important to us taking back America. Remember, that's our goal. That is our goal. Everyone at Constitutional Rights PAC, everyone who's going to the website and joining, which I see more and more every day, we are going to take back America. We are going to restructure the political system top to bottom. Okay? Left to right, right to left, center, restructured. It is broken. I'm not saying repair it. Whenever you hear anybody in Washington say, well, we need to repair things or fix things, they're part of the problem. They're not part of the solution, all right? So let's get to what I want to talk to you about, okay? Let's get to what I want to talk to you about. First, you may have seen this article from Philadelphia, story out of Philadelphia. Isn't that lovely? I'm going to give you a second to read it there. The city of Philadelphia is going to pay $9.25 million to the people victimized by the BLM Antifa riots after the George Floyd fiasco. No, that's not what it says, is it? It's going to pay the $9.25 million to the perpetrators, the perps, those who set the city on fire, who destroyed the city, who beat up people, who threatened their lives, who terrorized an entire city of brotherly love. It was brotherly hate when Antifa and BLM had it for those days. They're going to get rewarded by the city government of Pennsylvania. That's where we are in America today. Okay, and this is happening in other cities across the country. Okay, so you want to make an extra buck? Go out and try and burn down your city, and then let City Hall know I'll be waiting for my check. That's where we are. Krasnick, Larry Krasnick, the district attorney in that city, is a Marxist Soros pawn, okay? And I fought against, it was a wonderful lady named Beth Grossman, ran against him, quintessential Philadelphian, loved the city, conservative, wanted to protect it. He made it clear he wanted criminals to go free, and once they go free, give them some money. Give them some money. System's broken. System's broken. We need to fix it. We need to not fix it. We need to totally restructure it, top to bottom. That can't be repaired. That has to be replaced, okay? That type of thing, okay? It's just one example, okay? Here's another one that really upset me. Steve Turley. Any of you go to steveturley.com. He has a great story on this. This African reporter who was brutalized by Biden's press spokesperson, that woman who is spokesperson because she's a lesbian. I mean, you can say whatever you want. It ain't because she's bright, that's for sure. Nobody's going to convince you of that one, okay? This woman's almost as brain dead as her boss, but she was savage. She has savaged this reporter, this African reporter, okay? He's a legitimate reporter for an African news outlet, man of tremendous dignity and bearing, by the way. She refuses to talk to him, won't call him on the press conferences, won't answer his emails, respond to his calls, because he doesn't agree with her boss and the policy of our fascist government. Now, if you don't agree with us, we silence you. Think of what they've done with Twitter, social media, anybody else who disagrees with. Remember Biden's speech in Philadelphia, September 1st last year, his Reichstag speech. If you disagree with him, you are, what do you say, semi-fascist? No, we're not. No, we're not. We're Americans. But this man's not an American, but he is a good, decent man, part of the press corps. But the story gets even worse because all those surrounding him, watch the Steve Turley piece he did with the footage, the white folks around him, the white elite press corps in the White House, were screaming and yelling at this man to shut up. You don't deserve to talk. Be quiet. We don't want you around here anyway. They did everything but call him boy. I'm telling you right now, that's the way it was. It was ugly. The white elite press corps. He pointed out, why am I in the back of the room? Why can't I be up in front where I can get called on? Well, because he disagrees with the fascist regime. That's why. So what's the solution there? Well, let's think for a second. It's our press room. We own the White House. We, the people. And we should be the ones who determine the decorum. Oh, they hated him. You're not following decorum. The decorum in the White House press room. I'm sorry. It's ours. Folks, we got to get back to that. Every time you see a politician in the Capitol, in the Senate and House office buildings, at the White House, in a bureaucrat and a bureaucracy, remember, you own that. They don't. The dictates from the people for the White House press room ought to be revolving chairs. Tell the president and his spokesperson, you don't choose who sits up front. We, the people, do, and we want it done randomly by lottery and change every week. That's the way it should be. Equal treatment, okay? We're tired, Miss, whatever that woman calls herself, we're tired of you all gathering your left-wing media up front and only calling on them so that you cater to the lapdogs and the lickspittles. That's what they do, and we're tired of it. It's our press room. You seat the people we want in a fair fashion. That's what we're going to be pushing for. And you may say, Carter, that's revolution. Yes, it is revolutionary. And back when we had the revolution, that's one of the reasons we did it, so that we, the people, could have control. Okay? Remember, everything in Washington, everything in your state capital, everything in your city hall is yours. You pay for it. So you ought to be able to say what goes on there, okay? One final piece. Here we go. Biden's destruction, thorough destruction of the world order continues. Former president of Taiwan going to visit with his friends in China. Peace is breaking out all over, and Biden is incensed. Yeah, the man with toxic dementia is screaming and hollering. He's angry about this, like he's angry about President Xi and Putin trying to bring peace in the Biden-Ukraine war, like he's angry about President Xi bringing peace between Iran and Saudi Arabia, peace between Syria and Iran, peace, wherever peace rears its ugly head, Joe Biden, with toxic dementia, gives it this. Folks, we got to bring an end to the Biden doctrine. Call your House members and senators. Tell them, no more Biden doctrine. We want peace, not war. We don't want the Biden doctrine, which is scream at the top of your lungs and carry a big bludgeon applied anywhere else in the world. We want to be part of the worldwide peace movement that's going on now, rather than toxic dementia. All right? So that's it. And what unifies it all? It's our country, and we want it back. And we're going to take it back. That's what we're doing. That's why you have the Constitutional Rights Pact. We're not here to have a lot of decorum. We're not here to raise the level of discourse. Frankly, we're here to lower it, because we got to get it down to where we can rebuild from the bottom up. So, all right. So together, let's do this thing.